Hello, everyone. This is me. I wonder what that's going to sound like. Totally touch the mic. Because it's there and I can see it, and ADHD and fidgeting. I literally have a spinner ring to stop me from doing things like this. But hello, I got sidetracked. This is me, Samuel Alexander, and I will be reading the third poem. Keeping count of these, I shouldn't have started saying which ones they were, but this is the third one that is featured in the first book in my series, I See Things in Blue, titled Dario. This one I chose because of Dario's expression, depression, and anxiety, and self-identity issues, things like that. He actually does have two core friends, and he spends a lot of time over their houses. Sleepovers are a thing. They are that close, and he's also a bit of a neat freak. He's prepared. he's always prepared. Borderline obsessive. Like, he's not that bad, but he's very, very close. And so this poem made sense for that reason, because it's literally about those things. It's titled Backpack and about having the things that you need to be prepared in the event that you may need to do things and you can't go back home. And it just seemed to fit him. Obviously, when I wrote this, I wrote it a solid decade or more before I wrote the series in 2020. So they were just to perform at poetry nights. That's what most of my poems were for. And for blogs, when I had the poetry blog, they didn't really have a home beyond that. So, life lifed. And now they have a home with a character in a series that did good enough, I guess. They got good reviews, but not good enough that I can quit my day job. So here we are. And that's it for the introduction to this poem. This is me, again, Samuel Alexander, and the title of this poem is Backpack. I left home this morning with everything that I need. My keys, my cards, cash. Well, I'm broke, so no cash. Oh, and the clothes on my back. But there's one thing on my back that I need. The one thing I most certainly couldn't leave. My backpack. Yeah, I know this makes no sense, but to me it's the most important thing. It's small and compact. Holds my notebook and pens, keeps me armed and ready to record all my inspirations, my thoughts as they come to me in poetic form. My ups and downs, heartaches and pains, and just random shit that may come my way. It means I'm armed against anything that attacks me during the day. It's symbolic of my mind and soul, the places where I store the things that keep me whole. My figurative backpack holds most of the same things. A toothbrush to smooth out the rough surfaces, working together with my toothpaste to break up the bacteria that builds up on my soul. Soap to wash away all the dirt that scums over my heart, making it unclean. A bath sponge to help clear off the surface so I can better see within and reassess the man inside. Pens to permanently ink all that encompasses me on the notebook of my mind, stained forever in my life's tapestry. Even spare underwear, just in case I spend too long in places I don't plan to be, so I'll be prepared for the new day. My backpack is small enough to hand over to friends when times get too hard. Opens easy for those times when I just need help, so I can remove things and others can share the load. My backpack is small enough to be unobtrusive, tiny enough to trust in a friend's hands with care, without them thinking it's too much to bear. So I take my backpack always from here to there, treat it with care, never worry about whether this day will fill it with love or fill it with anger, because this backpack is me. It's all that I am, and one day, as the years go by, as I grow and mature, I'll search its depths and find the answers at a time I'm ready to accept their truths. So I'm ready for today, and no matter what I leave behind, I can never, will never forget my backpack. All right, and that's that. Um, I literally pulled this out of my I literally pulled my tablet out of my backpack, and I'm getting old, and I actually have to like to strap over, duffel gym bags because my back does not like backpacks. Clearly, I overdid it, and I had a nice little cute one when I was on stage as a prop. It was my everyday backpack. Back before tablets were really, yes, I'm that old. Back before tablets were really a thing, when they were clunkier, like the early, Kindles and iPads. That's how long ago I wrote this. And I literally find the inspiration for something anywhere, like literally anything. And my poems will always flow like this. They have oddly long lines because sometimes a thought takes a certain amount of time for me to say. And I stutter, which is why I like making videos, because I can talk in my low monotone, even tones, and I very rarely stutter when I do that. But I have a mic really close, to my mouth, and in the real world, I cannot talk like this all day. I have to enunciate better and, talk slightly louder. And the moment I start talking like a normal everyday person, that's a wrap. You're gonna have to wait for me to get sentences out. It just doesn't happen. But yeah, a little, too much information at the end of this, but this is more authentically the type of artist that I am. So I kind of feel better that, depression and anxiety, which is the name, kind of got the best of me, because otherwise I most definitely would have memorized these, and it would have been a different me. It wouldn't have been the type of person who will likely make more videos of other things at some time in my life. But this is definitely the what you see is what you get. Me, and yeah, I feel better about that, and that's all I'm giving you this time. And that was, I forgot to re-say the poem at the end, I think, or the book of number 2, but I'm going to say it now at the end of number 3. That was Backpack by me, Samuel Alexander, the third poem featured in the first book in my I See Things in Blue series, titled Dario. And if you made it this far, as always, thanks for stopping by.